This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hi everybody, here we are. It is time for another gaming jury. Now, I'm going to just say this for the 14th time because nobody watches this. They just see the two things in the title and then they write a comment. This is not about prison. This is not about the the judicial system that we have in America. There is nothing close to it, okay? This is not comparing the similar games. This is not, you know, taking and comparing Tiger Leaguer to Sherman Leaguer. That's not what this is. I take two games, two popular games. You decide which one gets sent away. Does it mean I'll never play it again? No, that does not mean I'll never play it again. It just cannot show up on this segment ever again unless it gets paroled, in which twice a year we will parole some games. We'll have a nice big list by the time it's parole time. It's just a fun experience with me and my community, and that's all it is. So last week, the great controversy was Gloomhaven versus Too Many Bones. The whole point of this is to make it an impossible choice, but you have to pick one. Do I pick this child or that child? That's almost what it's like. Which one's my favorite? I can't pick. You have to pick one. Okay? And that's the whole point of this. We put up two. You have to pick one. Now last week was very tough. Gloomhaven and Too Many Bones. Well, guess what? The voting shift, and I didn't know who was going to win until the very last moment. But it was Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven went out to a huge lead, and then all of a sudden Too Many Bones made this miraculous comeback and went ahead, and then Gloomhaven pulled ahead. So, Too Many Bones, see you later. You're off the segment. You can't be here anymore. But that's just the way it is. Life isn't fair. You have to make a choice. It's just as simple as that. If you have to make a choice and you got to pick one, even though you can't choose, which one do you pick? That's all this is. So that brings up this week's petition. I'm bringing two games before the jury, and basically you guys are going to decide their fate. Not me. You guys are going to decide their fate. So on one side we have, yep, Shadows of Brimstone. Probably one of the greatest dungeon crawls of all time. Okay? Just so much to it. A lot of fun. Could be complex. Could be fun. Could be annoying. Could be gratifying. It has so many different things in it. Tons of models. Tons of painting. Tons of playability. And just tons and tons of unpredictability. And that is Shadows of Brimstone, which is a cowboy spaghetti western type of game with a Cthulhu theme, kind of wild, weird west type of theme, and it goes into other dimensions where you are just, it goes all over the place. You can go to outer space, you can go to Hades. There's so many different things that you can do with this great game, and it is a great game. Well, it's going to be taking on Descent. Yes, the massive Descent. Descent with all the... First of all, there was the first edition, which was great, complex, hard to play. People complained, this, that, and the other. So they came out with a second edition. And that came out with a ton of expansions with so much playability. And people kind of complained about that a little bit because it was too easy at times and nobody died and stuff like that. But then it got another breath of fresh air with the app where you just added in this whole single player mode, and it actually had a single player campaign too as well, where you had a deck of cards that you could buy and add into. But tons and tons of figures again, tons and tons of tiles, tons of story. Descent versus Shadows of Brimstone. Who's going to win? Who's going to go on? There's only one bunch of people that will decide that, and that is our gaming jury. I present these two to you, and it's up to you to make the decision. Yes, you, the great community, and our fantastic jury. Only you can send one away. We've already mercilessly sent away too many bones, without a single thought, without any regret. Which one of these two giants are you going to send away? That's up to you. Well, there you have it. The votes down here in the comments, or at the BGG page, at our forum, Robert Oren. Go there. It's a great community, a fantastic community. Be a part of it. Put in your 2 cents. Maybe you can't decide this. Tell us why. Maybe you disagree with this. Tell us why. But do it constructively. Well, that's it for this week's gaming jury, and until next time, I'm your old friend Rob, and we'll see you soon.